So I'm currently standing between the old distillery and the rebuilt spring house here at the McCoy Distillery, what used to be the McCoy Distillery. One thing that I didn't mention, the newspaper article that talked about the auction of the McCoy Distillery mentioned a 3-horse boiler, and all the old historical references to the McCoy Distillery refer to it as a steam distillery. So there was definitely a boiler on hand. Kathy Qualkenbush, who gave me permission to be out here, had mentioned that I believe her brother had said that back where that little storeroom is in the distillery that I showed you, that underneath there were 4 large anchors, and they thought that possibly that's where the steam engine was kept at. Here next to the spring there's remains of an older building. I imagine possibly taken out by that tornado that we mentioned earlier in 1912. Not entirely sure what this building was for. It may be that the quote-unquote distillery might have been more the storehouse and fermentation room, and the stills may have even been set down here. That is a possibility. I don't know that, have no way of proving it. But there's no doubt that they were using Indiana limestone water from this spring over here. As a matter of fact, the old newspaper articles always talk about Indiana's prevalence, southern Indiana's prevalence in the apple brandy, production of apple brandy, and the marketing thereof, and that one reason that Indiana was so popular for the production of apple brandy is because we were doing apple mash brandies, which is not pure apple juice fermented, but you basically take apples, grind them up, and then add water to it to create your wine. Pull a lot of tannins from the apples that way and a lot more character, but then also you rely on the quality of the water to give you a good spirit. So this is a limestone spring. I'm sure they were using this water to top up their barrels as well as cool down their condensers. Some Amish do some farming here on the property. There's a couple of their nice looking cattle there. But I'll see if I can get down to the spring house and take some pictures down there in just a moment.